is no longer news that in Africa, particularly West Africa, a lot of countries, I mean, when I say countries that actually take education seriously are actually drifting from the theoretical aspect of educational format to what we call the STEM education. STEM. You might actually want to ask, what is STEM? It is the actual knowledge of science, technology, engineering, and mathematical aspects or pattern of education. You see, the thing is, the world is going digital, the world is going global, the world is going scientifical, and the world is becoming more practicable than you can ever imagine. And a lot of countries in this 21st century are taking advantage of that, based on the fact that pure before now, what we know is the theoretical, the formal aspect or pattern of education, where someone starts from the pre-nursery, nursery, primary, or the basic, down to the junior secondary, senior secondary, or junior high school, senior high school, as the Ghanaian will always call it, and after which the examinations are forthwritten and they are definitely extended to the university or college level. These are and has always been the format for educational system in mostly African countries, for most African countries to be precise. Now streamlining it to what we have going on in West Africa, particularly for what this STEM education is all about, I want to actually bring it to our knowledge and information that when it comes to Africa, we have countries that have actually seen it as a point of duty and taking advantage of it to see how they can prioritize STEM education alongside the normal conventional educational system. Okay, and streamlining it to West Africa, I would say there is a particular country that has always, not today, right from time immemorial, taken it upon themselves as a point of duty to always take education seriously. And when I say education seriously, I mean it with every bit of it. They do not, I repeat, take any chances in making sure, adequate sure that every child, every citizen attains and gains quality, standard, conventional, I mean well-refined education. And they are actually in this 21st century taking it to the next level, topping the race, surpassing other countries in West Africa, I mean in West Africa and as well Africa, to beat the race of queuing into what we call STEM education, like I said. And they did not just end it there, ladies and gentlemen. They have in recent times set up structures, foundations on how this STEM educational system will be laid out and carried out effectively well. And I kid you not, it has actually in this present day and time come to stay, come to show that they actually know what they are doing. And you might tend to ask, which country am I talking about? Ladies and gentlemen, I bring to you the one and only Republic of Ghana, that has always proven to the world in Africa and West Africa that education is their own topmost priority. And this is how it has actually started and it is going. Let's take a look at that and we'll be right back. you can see clearly, like I have stated earlier on, based on the clip we've just watched and my reactions on it, will actually tell us that when you bring it down to other countries like Rwanda, South Africa, Nigeria, Togo, a lot is actually going on. But regardless, a lot is actually going on, and they are actually taking it as an eye-opener and taking both steps on how they too can feature and showcase themselves when it comes to STEM education, showing that they actually know what they are doing and they are actually prioritizing education and every aspect, every facet of education. At this juncture, I would like us to take a look at what is going on in Rwanda and as well South Africa, where this whole thing has actually started or kick-started, how it is going on there currently in this present day and time, and we'll come back again to take more closer look at what STEM education is in Ghana. More in-depth insight coming your way. For now, let's take a look at this and we will be right back.
Africa is launching its 2025 program to support teachers. Educators need to get ready for the looming coding and robotics curriculum for primary schools. Now, these are the latest subjects to be added to the national curriculum statement for grade R and 9 pupils. And Nelson Mandela University has started an initiative that will help educators understand these subjects. For more on this, I'm joined by its head of computing sciences, Professor Jean Ghanian. Prof, good morning. Welcome to the South African Morning here on ENCA. Prof, I'd like to start with the fact that I do know there was pilots of this curriculum rolled out at some schools. What have we learned about the readiness of teachers to be able to teach this curriculum?
Yes, the development of the curriculum has started, as far as I can remember, in 2017. They were working on the curriculum, and then you might remember in 2021 the draft curriculum was published, and a number of pilot schools were identified across the country to roll out the draft curriculum. I think some of the challenges that were faced at that stage, and personally I think those challenges still exist, is that for many of those schools there weren't devices, there weren't laboratories available, but I think the biggest challenge was preparing the teachers for a subject which was totally new to them. And I started getting involved in teacher training in January 21, and we very immediately became aware that teachers were intimidated by this new subject and by the curriculum. The curriculum was sent back by Umalusi in 2022, and a lot of debates went on from 2022 onwards about the content of the curriculum.
Hello and welcome to Doing Business in Rwanda with me, Arnold Sego, on a rather interesting edition where the Africa Institute of Mathematical Sciences has moved its headquarters from South Africa to Kigali, Rwanda. Very many implications in this space, especially after numerous reports do point to the fact that Africa is lacking when it comes to research, accounting for less than 1% of the global research, yet the population of the continent is north of 1 billion people. This is Doing Business in Rwanda. Is home to 3 of the 10 fastest growing economies in the world. Despite this stellar growth, however, entrepreneurship on the continent is still facing various challenges, such as lack of accessible credit, underdeveloped markets, and most of all, lack of emphasis on businesses and entrepreneurial training.
We've been having conversations about what in fact constitutes learning. One of the things that concerns me is when I encounter young Africans who have bachelor's degrees and have master's degrees and they cannot find jobs, and yet when you begin to talk about the concept of entrepreneurship, they begin to present a whole lot of barriers why they cannot be entrepreneurs. We have no access to funding, we have no access to business development, we have no access, to information or to markets. But then the whole concept is, but what were you doing in school? Because by its very nature, learning must be something that permeates any walls. It should not be that we go into a system to be able to learn, but then when we come out into the real world and the reality is not what we thought it's going to be, our brains cannot switch and adapt to the reality of the external world. What I want is, I want a time in which we move beyond open learning, right? We move beyond MOOCs, these Coursera programs in which you go online to read, to be able to learn a subject. I want our young people to be able to come out of university, become entrepreneurs, still learn as they keep going.
There can be more effective or better investment in Africa's future than in educating and empowering talented young people. We have to move beyond potential and create a workforce that will lead this real transformation for Africa. It will only be done through innovative scientific training, technical advances and breakthrough discoveries. And there is not going to be a shortcut.
The problem is that they are spread around the world. They are not connecting together. And what we are doing within the NEF team is to build a community of scientists. So basically, we try to leverage on all those talents that are spread out around the world to create a community of scientists and which are connected together, which can showcase their results, which are let's say exposed to the continent, and on which we can really count on in order to increase the level of science within the continent.
Wow. Interesting, amazing, and beautifully presented based off what is currently going on in Rwanda and in South Africa, Johannesburg, to be precise. We have clearly listened, we've heard what is going on there when it comes to STEM, how they are prioritizing STEM education, their plans, their goals, their achievements, their dreams, and their vision on how STEM education is not just going to be implemented, but also will be beneficial to students, to pupils, cut across all standard and levels of education. And ladies and gentlemen, if I want to streamline it to my country, Nigeria, speaking as a first-hand experienced citizen of Nigeria, living in Nigeria, I can practically tell you that when it comes to STEM education, they have also keyed in, but it is mostly in the private sector and mostly prioritized by the private sector. I've shown a video or two right here on this channel how private schools actually keyed into STEM, and the government sector are actually still struggling to even find their feet in the normal conventional educational system. You can see that being displayed in the series I have been showing right here on this platform of how the Nigerian government, when I say government, public-owned schools have been struggling to stand out, to even come up and position themselves when it comes to good and quality education, infrastructure, curriculum, and ranking in the map of West Africa and Africa. We all can attest to this, and I kid you not, right? And that is why I have always taken it as a point of duty to say that the government of Nigeria, the Minister for Education, Commissioners for Education, actually at this juncture really do need to sit up and look at what other countries are doing and key in very, very well, so that the government schools will first be positioned in the normal conventional way, and as well alongside looking at STEM education and STEM infrastructures, putting it across all regions, all states in the country, just like other countries that we have seen are actually doing or planning on. But for today, to break the camel's back, to bring the breaking news, to dissect and digest everything that we have actually been talking about as a rundown, I bring to you with all form of excitement, with all form of happiness, with all form of eureka, to let us know that, ladies and gentlemen, my one and only motherland Ghana has done it again, just as they've been doing over and over again, by establishing or setting up an institution, a hub for STEM education in the country Ghana, that is situated and planted right there in the motherland Ghana, that will definitely bring to limelight, bring to growth, bring to development of what a good quality standard, conventional, updated, and most recent version of what educational system is supposed to be. They have broken the records in the map of West Africa and Africa to the world of establishing and setting up this one and only magnificent, alongside so many other infrastructures when it comes to STEM. But for today, we will be featuring in-depthly, pragmatically, openly, exposing it just the way it is, right here on Civic Inspiration, to show the world, the Western European, Asian, Chinese, and name it, the world at large, every country, what is actually happening today that they have going on for their STEM education. Let's look at this, the first of its kind, the one of its kind in the map of West Africa, in Ghana, and we'll be right back.
Ghana, Nana Addo Akufo-Addo stands out as one of the country's leaders who has transformed the education sector. Yes, from introducing free senior high school to promoting free TVET programs and even replacing textbooks with tablets. His vision is clear: education for all.
When you mention the name of J.J. Rowling, district assemblies come to mind. When you mention the name of John Ajay Kufuor, National Health Insurance Scheme comes to mind. When you mention Nana Addo Akufo-Addo, free senior high school comes to mind.
2 years ago, President Akufo-Addo took a bold step by cutting the sword for the construction of Accra STEM Academy. This is not just any school, it is a hub of creativity, critical thinking, and hands-on learning from kindergarten all the way to senior high. This academy is part of a bigger vision to create a 21st century learning environment for every Ghanaian child. It is a place where children will learn by doing, preparing them for career in technology, engineering, and beyond, just like what China is doing. These are skills our children need to thrive in a rapidly changing world.
We are beginning what will be the dawn of a new time, a new era in education. The vision of the president is that if we don't transform education, education cannot play its rightful role in transforming the economy. In the fourth industrial revolution, our students should be learning in spaces and learning things that will change their minds for them to transform the country. So the first STEM Academy in Ghana is going to begin today here with the short curtain by His Excellency, the President. His vision that in the fourth industrial revolution for Africa to compete, we need to have the great minds starting from kindergarten, focusing on science, technology, engineering, and mathematics.
Indeed, our world is essentially driven by technology, energy, industry, agriculture, medicine and health, clean air and water, transportation, sanitation, the use, management, and conservation of natural resources. The successful exploitation of all these sectors depends ultimately on the application of science and technology. The time has come for us to reorient our educational system to equip students with the right technological skills needed to succeed in the 21st century.
Today, the Vice President of Ghana, Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia, visited the Accra STEM Academy to inspect the progress so far. The Accra STEM Academy is not just about academics, it's about equipping young Ghanaians with the confidence to innovate, the curiosity to explore, and the skills to lead. This institution stands as a powerful symbol of what can be achieved when we invest in our future. And that is all for today's episode. Thank you very much for watching. My name is Sheriff Haruna. Have a joyful life and see you in the next one. Macrao.
Amazing. At this point, if you actually do not even understand what we are talking about, it means you do not even see education as a thing, and you do not even understand that education is one major important factor of a country's growth, development, GDP, and what? Ranking in the map of West Africa and Africa. Before you can think of anything possible, you should talk of education, because when the average or most citizens of a country are literate, not just being literate theoretically, being able to go out to the world to surpass and surmount every mountain when it comes to the challenges, the trials, and everything that poses as a threat to an individual to overcome, to survive and sustain as a person, no matter where you're from, as a country in West Africa, you can attest to the fact that it is a credit, a very good one at that, to say that yes, this country is doing well when it comes to the area of education that will definitely position the country and its citizens in the map. And this is what the country Ghana is doing and has been doing and are continuously doing. At this point, if you are a proud citizen of Ghana, let me see you rep yourself in the comment section by typing Akwaba Ghana. And may God continually bless the motherland Ghana and bless every individuals, leaders, supporters, and team that has actually, right from time, let me put it clearly here, right from time, not today, leaders after leaders that has brought in this effort, this great success story, huge and massive success story of the country Ghana, always taking the lead when it comes to education. And not just education, in so many other areas, so many other aspects, first set of what a country's growth, development, and success should actually be and look like in this 21st century, where every country is working hard to top the list, to be the record, to position themselves in the map of the world. As African continents, as Western European, Chinese, name it, Arabian continents in the world and in the map of the universe. Exactly. And I would say a massive congratulations to the good people of Ghana. You see why I am solely, deeply in love with this country. Every single one of you actually do matter and should be grateful to the fact that this and more is happening. But please take note that it might not really be in the best shape and form currently, but at the end of the day, by the time everything is set out, brought to a perfect condition, my dears, see, other countries in the map of West Africa will not see your back. And it will stand and pose as a challenge, okay, a positive one, a healthy one at that, for my own dear country and other countries in West Africa to follow suit, key in, and also position themselves, so that in West Africa we will move, in Africa we will move and position all out in the map of the world. Isn't it? Exactly, that is what it is, because united we stand in West Africa, learning effectively well, working effectively well. We will surmount the mountain, break the record, break the protocols, break the principles of becoming and achieving true standard of what a country or countries in Africa and West Africa should actually look like. Exactly. Once again, congratulations to the country Ghana, to the good people of Ghana on your recent achievement and so many more going on there. And I felt like, aside my series, this is educational picture and capture, and I need to bring it right here on Civic Inspiration so that the world at large will see and know that yes, something, absolutely something massive, incredible, amazing is really going on in the country Ghana. Yes, and that is it. So where are my Nigerian citizens? Where are my Nigerian fans? Are you seeing what I am seeing? Because bringing it to life here, it's a practical example and exposition that yes, we are not just yapping, we are not just blabbing, we are bringing and stating facts and figures just the way it is. Well done, Medasi, Akwa Ghana, well done, and God bless every individual, every citizen, every parastatal, every leader, particularly the current and past leaders of the country Ghana. Yes, this actually brings us to the very end of this episode and for what we have today right on here in Civic Inspirations, bringing it out raw and undiluted, without sentiment, without bias, not to demote, demean, demarcate any citizen, any country in West Africa, particularly for the country Ghana, Nigeria, and some other countries in West Africa, but to expose, analyze, react based on reactions, based on analysis, based on exposition, what we have going on in these countries. Okay, and yes, it is to educate, inspire, motivate, captivate, entertain, not just you, but your spirit, your soul, and your body. And I promise that you can get it as a dull moment right here on the stable of Civic Inspirations. And yes, if you are actually seeing this face for the first time or coming across this channel, you've heard it all, I've said it all. Why not become a part and parcel of this great community of building like minds by showing what we have going on for these countries and making sure that we are on the pathway to achieving great success in West Africa as different citizens from different countries in West Africa and Africa to the world. And like I said, you will never get it as a dull moment right here in Civic Inspirations. So kindly click on that subscription button, which is totally and absolutely free of charge, right? And please turn on the bell notification. There's a bell next to it. Turn on the notification that says all notifications so that you will always be the first to get notified whenever a new episode pops up right here on this channel. And at this juncture, if you are yet to like this video, what are you waiting for? I had to just wait to remind you, like seriously, please smash on the like button, share this video, because I really do want this video to actually go out so that the world will see exactly what is going on for what we have in West Africa, for the motherland Ghana, South Africa, Rwanda, and some other countries in West Africa. Okay, so share this video, like this video once again, and thank you for watching till the very end of this episode. I truly and deeply appreciate. I cannot take your love, your support for granted. I cannot. Thank you. May God in heaven bless you immensely and richly for your constant love and support on here on Civic Inspirations. And to add to it, if you are yet to see my alternate channel, the link will be in the description. Please kindly subscribe to that channel as well for more lit and premium content, because I will be dropping a new video, another one right there tomorrow. Same time, we on Vibe with Civic. Like I said, the link will be in the description. Kindly subscribe to that channel, please. I beg of you, if you are a true and a diehard fan. I know, for the ones I have seen, I am truly grateful for your love and support over there. Thank you, and God bless you immensely. I appreciate. Okay, and remember to always keep it real, happy, safe, and blessed till I come up here again in my next one. But for now, do have a lovely, peaceful, successful, happy, fruitful, productive, and a blessed day out there wherever you are. But for now, this is me, Civic Inspiration, signing out. Bye guys. Mwah.